Hello everyone, it's John, and from my now dusted shelf comes this old beauty called Blood Royal, or Royale, however you'd like to pronounce it, I think. Not quite sure how it's supposed to be, but one of the early Games Workshop games. Not the really early ones like Superpower and Time Lords and Time Lords, or was it Doctor Who? Doctor Who, or some others. I've got Warlock and Superpower. They're about the only two I think I've still got. So I'm still chasing a lot of the older Games Workshop board game titles. But this was, as you can see, a fairly thick game for the time. So let's go and have a look at Blood Royal, and let me know if you've played it, what your thoughts are. Battle Royal, or Royale, however you'd like to pronounce it, from Games Workshop, 1987. This definitely needed a look at and a dusting, because the discoloration on the board. It's amazing that even inside a box the dust seems to accumulate. Don't ask me why. But look, this is a game where the winner is determined by the amount of money they have at the end of the actual game. And looking at what it said in the rules, they say here that ending the game at the end of the agreed time, the game is over. Players may cash in any sets of resources they have in their capital. The player with the most money wins at the end. So it's an accumulation. There is a table up here. Oh, I'm not doing very well here today, am I? That deals with the event table, random province table, and the combat table. So yeah, it's been a long time since I've played this game. I think this game was irreverently titled the bonking game when we played it, because the primary objective was produce as many heirs as you can and marry them off and try and influence your friends and neighbours, and consequently you spent a lot of time trying to produce offspring. So it may not be a very politically correct game these days, may not be liked, but certainly for the time it wasn't too bad. Wasn't too bad a game. I've for the life of me, again, as I always say, can never remember. But they had event cards that were rebellion, famine, all sorts of things can happen in this. There you go. There's the Albigensian Crusade, if that's how it's pronounced. So yeah, the game is, I thought, a little too long and convoluted for the time. Certainly the pieces are quite nice. The rule book. I can't say that I'm a real fan of, and as you can see, not a real big fan of the colour of the rule book. This sort of reddish ink was rather difficult for me to read, and now I'm getting a lot of wobbling flash here, so I do apologise. But it's 24 pages, so it was a oh dear, this, I don't know why I'm getting this feedback now, but yeah, it's a decent game from my collection that I will keep, purely for the fact that it was one of the early Games Workshop, not one of the really early ones. The other thing they had here was that you could actually, they had a deal called for Blood Royal, where you could get the equivalent of the playing pieces, the cardboard pieces, as miniatures, which I think would have been hard pressed to fit on the board, I think. But for 67 figures for 25 quid. Oh, to be able to buy that today. Yes, wouldn't it? Indeed, to be able to get that. So, look, that is my copy of Blood Royale. I must admit, I'm really happy that it's still all here. I've now just got to rebag, give everything a good clean before putting it away. And who knows, one day it may get another play. So till next time, signing off, the Honourable John.